Eric, we're over here on the Paranormal hunt, and I headed over to this other building, and it's number 13. I was just telling Ron, my God.
Welcome everybody. Welcome on a Tuesday. Before we start, of course, today's show is called Open Talk. What do you believe in? So this is a more of a very interactive conversation with you guys in the chat, with ourselves, with different videos. But let me just tell you guys what's kind of going on right now. I know sometimes, Eric, are you doing shows on Mondays? You're doing it on Tuesdays? You know, what's kind of going on? So I'm kind of going to lay the flat line to everybody on some of the stuff that's going on. You're not going to see a lot of breaking news this week just because this Sunday I'm going to premiere the cartoon. So I'm taking the time to tweak it, get it ready, get the cartoon ready for Sunday. But what also I'm trying to do is not just the cartoon on Sunday. I'm trying to get the first 8 episodes because I have extra scenes, make it all into one. But that also needs additional voices. I'm trying to get that ready so maybe I could broadcast that Friday so people can watch the first season, kind of get back in that flow. And then when Sunday comes, it's go time. It's go time. And another thing is happening is I don't know exactly how, to be honest with everybody, how next week's going to go because you guys are all family, so I'm just going to tell you guys what's going on. You know, after this trip, I came back. I went to the doctor's appointment yesterday for myself with the work clinic place, and my leg actually got a little bit even more swollen after the trip. What was happening is May 4th, on Thursday, I'm getting an operation done on the leg to get it back. But because of the swelling, they actually moved up the operation day to Tuesday, the 2nd. They wanted to get it in before it could get even more swollen. They want to do it sooner, but they just couldn't. So Tuesday, I'm getting the an operation done on the leg. It's not like dramatic, but I don't know exactly what's the outcome like. Like I know for sure I'll probably be laid out to Wednesday, but you know, I'm getting stuff ready where I could do some of my shows upstairs because I'm not going to be allowed to go up and down the stairs for a few weeks.
What are they going to repair your meniscus?
Yes, I have a torn cartilage in the kneecap. It's a torn, and a piece of the cartilage actually torn off. And I don't understand how a torn cartilage can do where your leg locks up, it clicks, it makes you feel like when you're driving your kneecap, because it's my right leg, not the left leg, it's my driving leg, where it makes it feel like there's a million needles.
Oh, like pins and needles?
Pins and needles, and sometimes when I'm laying on the couch, I have my feet up, it'll actually just go numb.
Yeah, that happens to my arm from my shoulder being replaced.
Yeah, so it's weird to think about a piece of cartilage. So it's a lot of scalping, repairing, and they had to move it up because, like I said, sometimes your leg goes swollen. It's like you don't know what's going to happen the next day. So that's happening Tuesday, and so hopefully I'm going to learn more because I got another appointment on Monday with the doctor before Tuesday. They kind of lay down on what's going to be like after, what's the physical therapy and all that. But the overall game is once that's done, I'm supposed to be like almost fully back to normal where I got plans. I mean, I got major plans this summer to spend a lot of time in the Olympic Mountains, the rainforest, some of the rainforest where for Bigfoot sightings, it's supposed to be hotspot. It's supposed to be like the granddaddy, the Northwest up to Canada is supposed to be the granddaddy of the Bigfoot sightings. Now, I never had a sighting up there. The times I've been up there, my sightings have been in California, up in the Yosemite Mountains. But that's going to be exciting to be able to go up there and not worry about locking up, falling down. Because 2 weeks ago, I told this to Anthony, about 2-3 weeks ago, went on a spring break vacation with my kids. And, and, my,
you fell.
and I fell straight down on my left side. So I was worried about the right leg, and then I hurt the left. So it was just
Called me up. He's like, "You're not gonna believe this. I just fell. I just got here on vacation and I just fell."
oh, text front porch, my
porch.
buddy text.
The legend.
This is funny. This is funny because I was gonna send Tex a message after the show because part of the 8 episodes I'm combining, there's an extra scene with his character, the mermaid guy, and I need a line from him. So Tex, I need a line from you.
Hit us up.
That is awesome. So it is what it is, and I'm happy about it because I need it's time just to get those little clicks out of the way.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That's painful.
Yeah, it's more annoying that more than anything else, and because there's so many things, so many. I mean, I have been doing things, but not have to worry about. Man, I don't want to fall no more. Because when I fell,
physically exert yourself to your full potential. So that sucks. Man.
So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun and all that. So the question is, open talk is, what do you believe in? You know, what is the thing that you believe in? I've been accused of believing in everything. I've been accused of that.
I try to keep an open mind myself.
I have an open mind for everything. I do believe there are spirits that's on the afterlife, and I think you do too. And we both have certain evidence of some clues that does exist. I've both believe Bigfoot's real because I have my encounter, and you have an encounter with the sounds and all that. So we both know in our hearts
something's
that
out
Bigfoot
there.
exists.
Oh yeah.
And then UFOs. Now UFOs. Now I'm talking about not UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Anthony. I mean that's real.
Oh yeah.
Because it's unidentified flying objects. But I do feel there has been visitors from outer space. I do believe that. I do believe they have been exploring us. At what level? I mean, I don't know. That's debatable.
Yeah.
Have they landed? Have they taken? I mean, you yourself has had an experience that could have been, like you said, military equipment doing you, or could have been something out of this world.
I didn't know. I didn't see any actual beings, but I saw the crafts up close. But you know what? Another problem is a lot of us want to believe so bad, everything that everybody says. And the big problem with that is more and more today we're finding out there's a lot of BS going on. You know what I'm saying? We're busting a lot of people in the mainstream that have been going for years telling their stories, and now they're getting busted lying. And that's upsetting. Like Corey Good, David Wilcock. Just this past Sunday, I had Daryl Sims on. Great guy. He admitted to me for the first time in his whole tenure doing in his career studying all of this. We're talking about a former cop, former CIA agent. We're talking about a guy that worked with the great late Dr. Roger Lear on the alien implants. He admitted to me for the first time in almost 50 years to Ron and I that Dr. Lear lied about the alien implants giving off radio signals and sending them back to the host aliens in outer space. That's huge. That's a huge confession to give. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
Terry Brown, legend, brother. Thank you, my man.
I mean, God, Anthony, you sit here, you hear. I mean, not just I'm not saying conspiracy. I hate that word. When you say conspiracy, it always makes it sound like everything's fake, and it's not. But even actors, you get a certain image, right? How many people thought Bill Cosby was that perfect father, that father figure from the Cosby Show? Then he turns out to be a creep that drugs women,
Yeah,
right? And then you hear all
letdown.
this time about the news channels. They're all supposed to, balance, CNN, Fox, balance. Well, Fox News just did a $784 million payout because
Yep.
they took a story and lied about it to make a story out of nothing. And of course, Fox News just fired Tucker
Carlson.
and one of Tucker's one of his most popular people to bring on is Jeremy Corbell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's
crazy.
It's just so crazy. It's just
here's the thing I want to say real quick. This weekend talking with Daryl Sims, I think he felt comfortable cop to cop, ex-cop to ex-cop. He just felt comfortable with me. And I was pressing him for a couple months about these, actually, it's going almost a year now, about these alien implants. Back almost a year ago when Andy and I did the show on them, like, we really wanted to know, like, what's the real story with these alien implants? They're just too good to be true. You know what I mean? And man, he just laid it all out. I couldn't. Ron and I, we were looking at each other, talking backstage, and we couldn't believe he was telling us the truth. Can I play that clip real quick, Eric? It's short.
Yeah. For a second, Long Island Bigfoot did write. It says open talk. Is there a link somewhere? So I'm putting a link in the chat and for Long Island Bigfoot. So Mike wants to come up. There's the link right there.
You put it in the chat already?
Yeah, I put it in the chat. And if Tex wants to come up too, Tex, you want to come up? You guys are allowed to. I don't want too many people, but then because it gets overcrowded. But Mike, Tex, you guys are welcome to come up here. Yeah, show the clip.
I'm going to throw this clip up. It's only 1 minute and 40 seconds. It's going to give you the point where I ask Daryl Sims, the deal with the alien implants. And I get him to confess. Here we go. In your field of study with the implants, have you ever physically seen them heard them give off radio wave signals or actually seen them move when they made contact with other objects? Have you ever physically witnessed that yourself?
The implants themselves, the idea, and I have to, you're putting me in a kind of an awkward position here.
Oh, don't speak of it.
Not in a bad sense. I mean, it's just truth to me. It's just, that's all there is to it.
That's all we're after.
Roger Lear was my former partner, and he started the idea of, well, the first thing he did, he wrote a book, and he said, this is going to sound awful. Now, Roger's my partner, and I thought the world of him. And but he did some things in the course of our partnership that I later fired him over. Yeah. One of the things he did was to start telling people that these implants gave off all kinds of signals. That doesn't mean that some implants have not given off signals. It means the ones he was looking at didn't.
Okay. So there you go. He admitted it right there, and then he just goes on to say everything else that he lied about. The video's up on the channel. Feel free to go look at it. But that takes a big man to come out and admit the truth, especially in this day and age. So I give him a lot of credit. What's up, Tex?
Not much, man. Getting ready to record a show, and we started that new true crime show, and we're recording today. So I've only got a few minutes. I can't keep Miss Danielle Diva waiting.
Yeah. What's up, Mike?
What's up, gents?
How's everybody doing?
Man, I'll tell you what, me, I think Mike is stalking me. Every time I come on a show, he comes on right.
He's tracking your GPS chip right now, Tex.
Right?
You're hanging in the right circles now, Tex.
Is that what it is?
He's hitting out.
People. Oh, Lord.
So what's new, guy? Mike, where you going?
VA. Yeah, hospital.
I thought you were going back to the bamboo magical forest.
Not today. I'm going the other way. I am actually going early, so I'm gonna go hit some stuff. But we're gonna go do something soon, something special.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll leave it as a surprise.
Make it a surprise. As long as I don't gotta wear a hood and a blindfold when we go. Then we're good. As long as I'm not gonna be duct taped in your trunk with a hood on the whole way.
I'm gonna show a small little clip that I'm working on. That the cartoon's coming out this Sunday. Tex's friend, Bigfoot Michigan and Rob, is playing this pirate on the spaceship, which he's mad at Mike, Long Island Bigfoot, who's actually Davy Jones, is back in this. So this is not like a full screen. This is the program that I use to put in the voices, but this is just a little bit of it.
Very low, Eric.
And I'm not gonna show no more. That's just a little. That's just a little teaser that Bigfoot Michigan and Rob is playing the pirate that wants to destroy Mike right there.
You got beef already, Mike.
It's a mutiny.
It's a mutiny.
Army.
Hey, let me ask you guys: have you guys seen the Jackson Hole UFO footage that's going around right now? The black and white camera footage. All right, it has no audio. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up because there's 4 of us here. It's good to get 4 eyes on stuff like this, plus the audience, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this play. It's silent, but take a look, and at the end, make an assessment. Let me know what you guys think.
So what you're saying is this was made back when I was a teenager because it's a silent movie, right?
No, it's security camera footage. But I like what you mind that, Tex. I like what you mind that. This is off a security feed, and it's an open mountain range. It's a clear shot, so the object will start off on the left-hand side, small, and as it comes in across the middle of the sky, it gets bigger and brightens up. So have a look. Coming over the tree line now.
Oh.
Let's do that one more time. Any
Look like it flashes right when
it
goes.
I know.
You know,
the only part that I have a red flag with is that there's nothing else. Everything else in the video is stationary, so there's no way to tell if it was sped up. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, it's counting. It's got the camera clock on the top there.
Oh, all right. So that's a win.
It's got the timestamp going, so I think you would tell if it was sped up there.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You know what? I didn't notice that there either.
That's a win. That's awesome.
It's pretty cool. I got to ask Ron if a meteorite could fly low like that, because that was pretty.
Can I just tell you? I seen one like at like 500 feet last year. I could tell you the exact day it happened because my sister got married that night, and I could literally probably tell you, like I was walking in when she got hit, so I could probably put it down to like a 10-minute time frame and the exact location.
The strangest thing is this thing looks like it hits an afterburner type deal. The whole object illuminates, right? It's really odd. Here it goes. Boom. And then boom. And like it's 2 bright flashes and darts off. Oh, look, Ron's here. What did he say? He said, yes, they can. Yes, they can. Ron was over there. He's over here now. What's up, Ron?
Well, he used to be a real king of Queens. Where's he at now? I forget. He's out of there, huh?
He's doing a bank job in Sea Caucus right now.
Oh, Sea Caucus. Oh.
But what do you
the
guys,
other Ronnie?
What do you guys think on that?
Object? Watching that, I don't think it's a jet.
No.
Because the whole thing is illuminated. Okay.
Yeah.
My question is, I think it's either a meteor, because they will do that. They will get brighter and dim as they cook off.
They sure do.
Okay. My other question is, what's the big flash that lights up there, right there?
Great question. I don't
Okay,
know.
that is to me, that's either lightning. The only two things I know that can do that is lightning or an explosion.
So
Let me
there's the
ask now,
first little
if a meteorite is that low, I wish Ron was here to answer that. Does it automatically mean it's going to hit somewhere? Because if it hits somewhere, wouldn't that be reported?
See, that's what's crazy. The one I saw was so low and it didn't touch nothing. You know what I mean? Like it was so low. I've never seen anything like it.
That's pretty.
I was screaming.
That big flash could be it, just totally disintegrating.
That thing is crazy though. What kind of camera was it, Ant? Was it like a night vision camera?
From what I understand, this is like one of those cameras you see on like a telephone pole.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, like a land management camera that they would have on the the grounds.
Yeah.
One of them. Look at the object itself. Now, Ron and I know from watching the hearings with the government last week that these objects can be deceiving when they light up like that, and you see it looks like a cigar. That doesn't necessarily mean that's the exact shape of the object, because the light's giving off that flare, and that could be a trick of light, basically. So it's not necessarily a cigar. Oh, here's Ron.
Well, not only that, if you look, it's leaving a trail.
What up, Ron?
What's up, boys?
What do you think, Ron, on this one?
I was just in the parking lot and I was looking at that. I thought like meteors do go low like that, but it's true what you said. It does look like a power boost, like it kicks off. Usually the meteors like have that and slow down.
Right.
That one looks like it's sped up.
It's sped up, right?
Yeah.
Pretty
much. That did look like an afterburner or some kind of like warp, like to go.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've never seen anything like that before, man. Have any?
I think we got to find out where.
Is any information where that was taken?
Yeah, I do. Give me 1 second, and I'll tell you. It was Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole. Okay, let me get the exact location. Give me 1 second.
Long Creek Ranch is what.
Yes, Jackson Hole, Long Creek Ranch. I think Oregon, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I was just there this weekend.
Because it looks like, if you look at it, it also looks like it's putting off a vapor or a smoke. There's something, and when it flashes, the cloud gets bigger. The trail gets bigger.
And I just forgot. I want to say hi to all the panel members. I see Mike, Eric. I didn't see everybody's name and everybody in the audience. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, Jackson, Wyoming.
Turn right.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Long Island Bigfoot. Look, hanging on my mirror. I got your crystal right here.
Very cool.
Nice. That's awesome.
Love it.
That's your crystal.
I feel like it brings me good juju, you know? So.
Hey, if you win the lottery, make sure you share it with all of us, Ron.
Oh, no doubt.
At least a steak dinner.
So, hey, Tex, since I know you said you're going to have to leave soon, tell us what's coming up. You're doing some kind of a mystery kind of a show?
We're doing, me and Danielle Diva from Spaced Out Radio, we're doing we started doing a true crime show, and it's called Infamous Minds. And what we do each episode, we take a person that has, a lot of it's going to be serial killers, but we're also looking in like Pol Pot and Jim Jones, and we did one on David Koresh. And
I seen that episode. It was great, by the way.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed that. I left your comment on that one. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so we record it and then we release it Saturdays at 2 p.m. So
David Koresh is interesting, man.
Very interesting.
He
believes
really
the Messiah come again.
Let me ask you a question, Tex. My wife just was showing me this story today kind of a documentary crime story that they don't know if there's any truth to it or not. That they think it's called a smile crime. This where young men between 20 and 30s are being found. They're considered they drown, but when they start to look into their bodies, they've been put with like the date drug in it. In some of these cases, there's been painted smiley faces where some people believe in different cities there's like a connected gang wise that's going after these certain ages. And there's stories now they're coming out that cars will pull up and say, "Do we need a ride?" out of nowhere. Have you heard of that smile crime story?
I have not, and that's probably simply because I don't watch the news. But I do know I am looking into a developing case. There's been 5 murders five deaths in Austin, Texas, and they haven't come out and flat out said it's a serial killer, but they're concerned that it may be. So I'm following that case.
Well, Tex, this story, part of the state that's having this thing they're studying is also Texas. And what happens is because they're in different districts in different states, most of them are just saying they drowned. But when they look at it, the weird thing about some of these stories are these people have gone missing for like 30 days and they're ending up in a pool and they're like, well, and he just died like a day or two. It's like they're not being fully investigated in a weird, and it's hard to connect it because they are in different states, but they're showing these pictures of these smiling like paint, and a lot of these drowns. It's weird. Like I never heard of this.
Well,
like,
see, and all these deaths, these 5 deaths, these bodies were found in Lady Bird Lake in Austin, Texas, and it was 5 bodies over 3 weeks, I believe, and they were all supposedly drowned.
Yeah.
So it may very well be tied to what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'll have to dig into that a little deeper. So.
And it's just weird because when these drownings are happening, they come in bunches, like around the same exact time. But then later on, like nothing happened. It's almost like they're saying it's coordinated.
Right.
I'm just glad I'm over the age of 30, so I don't have to worry about it.
Well, I'm in trouble because crap, I'm only 22, so.
Yeah, you do got to worry about it.
Yeah, you got to worry. You know, you're turning 21 next year. You don't want them coming to date rape drug you.
Right. Because every woman out there wants to date rape me, so
Well, we got a full panel here. I got one more piece of footage if you're interested.
Well, guys, I need to jump off. Danielle just jumped on. She's a busy woman.
All right.
So
Go ahead.
But I wanted to come in here and say hi. And I'm looking forward to having both of y'all back on
anytime.
And Anthony, me and you've got to hook up and do that interview.
Anytime you're ready, bro.
Okay.
Hit me up anytime you're ready.
That
was
fun.
So yeah, y'all take care of yourself. Hey,
right.
Eric, if you need anything, the whole surgery thing, whatever you need, you let me know. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna email you because I do need a line from you.
Well, I'm not talking about that. Anything else? You just holler at me.
He's saying,
you got it. All right, thank you.
Tex is gonna come clean the house and cook dinner for you. That's what he's saying.
Yes.
Right. That's what you were saying, right?
Y'all take care. Love y'all.
All right, Tex.
You go, brother. A shout out
Take care, bud.
Laura real quick. Paranormal Pixie. We'll see you around, darling. Much love. We'll see y'all later. Take care.
Much love, Tex. Be good, buddy.
Oh, I didn't know this. Danny Stanton wrote, in the movie The Howling, the serial killer at the beginning was called the smiley face killer. He always left a smiley face sticker on the crime scenes.
Eric, you might be interested in this I guess you would consider it folklore, but there's facts behind it. It's this lake by my house called Lake Ronkonkoma, and there's an Indian princess spirit that takes lives every year of like guys between certain ages. The story goes kind of in depth, but it's really interesting. Most of these guys that die in that lake, it's like there's no reason nobody should drown in there. You know what I mean?
Get too close to the lake, she pulls you in and keeps your spirit. That chick.
Yeah, yeah. She's trying to get her prince back, the one that she. Whatever. It's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet type scenario with, you know. But it's interesting. It's good.
I got one more piece of footage I want you
Let's
guys
see
to
it.
check out. This one is from France. So this is a UFO slowly moving through the clouds. Now it's a cloudy, rainy day, and the craft is pretty much the same color as the cloud cover. So just keep an eye pretty much dead center. Watch, it'll pop up. There it is, sitting right there in the cloud, going through. And it'll blow it up and enhance. So I'll let it play so you'll see. It'll get bigger. There it is.
Tic Tac, huh? Kind of a shape. Could that just be a regular plane flying through the cloud?
I don't. Well, it's way too slow. First off,
Really?
there's no FAA lights on it. Can't make out a tail wing or any wings for that matter. But again, people drop videos in my mailbox, and if they look interesting, I put them up for us to check out.
I agree with Paranormal Pixie. It'd be interesting to see that one filtered and enhanced.
I will do that for you, Paranormal Pixie. What I'll do is I'll take a still of this image here, and I'll pop it up for us to see, and give me like 5 minutes.
And if you send me that video,
Sure.
when I get home now, I'll run it through. Remember the AI stuff?
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna send it to you right now on WhatsApp, Ron. So you got it.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting you have that filter that does all that. That's a good filter, by the way.
What was that?
That AI filter you got. That's a good filter.
It's crazy.
It's crazy stuff. It actually brings out objects. It's weird.
Yeah, like I was doing it on TikTok this morning with Sasquatch Confession. I was like, "Oh, look at this one! It does." I said, "Oh, it's one of those filters that you can put different backgrounds." So I said, "Oh, look at this one! It's the one with the green screen." I said, "Oh, it does the pictures I got. My recent pictures." So I put one up. I said, "I wonder if you guys could see the face in this one." And I put it up, and all of a sudden, what I didn't know was that it turns it into an AI. And what it did was it pulled the face out of the whole trees, out of everything. It pulled the face out and turned it into something. So I started playing with it and doing different stuff, and it's pretty interesting for sure. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I was just shocked by it.
Hey, Mike, I'm just curious. Have you ever done a show where somebody went on your channel, kind of like admit to you that something was falsified or enhanced for any reason, like what Anthony and Ron experienced yesterday?
Not that I could think of. Not that I could think of. It's just usually accusations thrown around and shit about other people, like once in a while. But I don't think so.
What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna jump off right here. I'm gonna run upstairs, and I'm gonna try to do that as quick as possible.
Yeah, I just did one layer of it now, just to quickly pull out whatever I could fast. So here it is. Really didn't do much justice, but you can kind of see it is like a pill shape, whatever it is. But Ron,
wow,
Ron
nice.
will enhance it. Yeah, Ron will enhance it, and he'll get it more than that. It's hard because it's the same color as the clouds. That's the problem.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna jump off right now. I'll try to get it done as quick as possible. All right, guys.
All right, brother.
Yeah. How do you do this? I don't even know how you get out of it.
Just smash your phone on the steering wheel and it'll turn off.
Bottom right.
Break
Yep.
it. I'm gonna play something about a triangle. Give me a second.
Let's check it out. Mike, I'm just gonna mute you because you hear the wind blowing.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'll hop off for you guys anyway, so it's easy. I'm gonna jump out on this Native American land real quick. So I'll catch up with you soon.
All right, bro.
No problem.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
All right.
let's check out this. Maybe this will work.
Southeastern Massachusetts, a leafy glade of New England highways, a throwback to simpler days. It is also one of the most haunted areas in the country. 200 square miles of fright, encompassing 12 cities and towns, better known as the Bridgewater Triangle.
Abington being the top of it, Rehoboth the western corner, and Freetown being the eastern corner.
Ghost hunter Andrew Lake has been investigating the paranormal here in New England for decades. For some unexplainable reason, parts of Bristol and Plymouth County have been shrouded in darkness for hundreds of years.
From cryptid animals to phantom lights, UFOs, and ghosts.
Witnesses say those mystic creatures prowl the Hockomock Swamp, located in the triangle's heart of Bridgewater, Easton, Norton, Rainham, and Taunton. Hockomock, Algonquin for dark place, has spawned stories of prehistoric pterodactyls taking flight.
Before I go more into it, first of all, do we believe that for whatever reason on this planet, there are, it could be triangles, squares, doesn't matter, that there are certain hot pockets for whatever reason where a lot of these sightings are all in one area? Do we believe that could be true? Or is it just, I don't know, maybe people are just combining stories into an area and just calling it a triangle?
No, my personal opinion on that would be just more certain areas are more highly populated, therefore more people have an eye on the sky, opposed to other areas that are less populated that people don't witness as much. So, but I do think that these triangular craft, they're all over the place. People are seeing them.
Okay, let's hear more.
30-foot alligators and half-man, half-ape-like giants thrashing through the woods.
Because we're talking 17,000 acres of swamp. And if you've ever really walked into the outskirts of the Hockomock, it is a dense forest and swamp. And I can easily believe that there are animals in there that people don't see on a regular basis.
In the triangle's eastern corner sits the Freetown Forest, a magnet for negative energy. 5,000 dense acres of former Wampanoag land that has been disturbed for centuries, a dumping ground for violent crimes and satanic rituals. Phantom orbs have been reported numerous times beaming out of the forest, including one directed at President Ronald Reagan.
But he had an encounter with a UFO over the Freetown State Forest in Air Force One. The mysterious light came out of the forest from the area of the Assonet Ledge and was stalking Air Force One. And by the time the fighters joined up with Air Force One, this thing took off at incredible speeds.
Northwest of Freetown.
You know, I never heard that story with Ronald Reagan in Air Force One in that area. Is that true, Anthony?
Yeah, that's a true story. Absolutely.
How come that's not really talked about as much?
I would assume you would just have to Google, President Reagan UFO stories, and it'll probably pop up. It was probably up for a while, but being it was so long ago, you don't see it no more, Just like John Lennon's famous UFO sighting. If you didn't specifically search for John Lennon's UFO sighting, a lot of people wouldn't even know about it because it's from the 70s.
The only difference I would think between him and Ronald Reagan, since he was president, that they would have their best investigators wondering what was this thing by Air Force One, so this thing doesn't happen again because of security.
Reagan was obsessed with UFOs. He was so obsessed with UFOs. He would have frequently he would add little snippets in his speeches about extraterrestrials and otherworldly beings and people coming to this world and that and all that crazy stuff. And he was really into it, man.
Well, there was a reason why he was
So was
into
Jimmy
the Star
Carter.
Wars plan, right? There was
Yep.
a bigger reason. We even did a cartoon about that Star Wars plan.
He named the satellite defense system Star Wars. I mean, he was infatuated with extraterrestrials.
Yeah, it's got to be something there, and he's got more not input, but more classified information than we could ever see.
If Reagan would have been the president today in 2023, I think with the way things are going now, you would get the information you're looking for with a guy like that in office.
And I wonder if Carter too, right?
Jimmy Carter tried. He tried to get the information out there, but you're going back,
different
late
times.
70s, early 80s, where the government ruled with an iron fist. You know what I mean? It was just different times.
Definitely different.
Country
times.
came first.
One of the triangle's other corners sits Rehoboth. Route 44 pours in from neighboring Seacon, and at the town line lurks the ghost of the red-headed hitchhiker. Some believe he was a farmer that was struck and killed back in the 50s while trying to help a passerby. Residents claim car accidents happen here far too often, and some have actually met Old Red.
People have claimed that they've slowed down to offer him a ride and he disappears, sometimes as he's reaching out for the door handle. A couple of people swear that he actually got into their vehicle and faded away.
Here in the town of Rehoboth, there are more cemeteries per square mile than any other town in the Bay State. And along with all these tombstones come a lot of stories. The Village Cemetery, one of 25 in town, boasts numerous stories of cryptic, shadowy figures hovering over graves, while others claim they have seen a young boy at the Palmer River Cemetery darting from stone to stone in a playful game of hide and seek.
Probably one of the spookiest things that people have talked about is a soldier in colonial garb walking amongst the graves where there are known veterans buried in there. And he's been seen dragging his fingers along the tops of the stones as he walks by, and then like a bubble popping, he disappears.
The Bridgewater Triangle has its share of doubters. Andrew Lake says it's all a matter of time and space. He is a believer.
Are there certain areas in the world where these dimensions can open doors to one another, and if you're in the right place at the right time, you see it? We're not quite sure. We can speculate till doomsday, and I don't think we're ever really going to find the answers.
Frank Malakote, Fox.
So, Ron, I'm going to ask you like the same question I asked Anthony. Like, do you believe, because of course there's different triangles around the world, different hotspots. Do you believe that there could be certain hotspots that there might be a door open? There's a reason why there's more Bigfoot sightings, UFO sightings, or Bigfoot, whatever, in a certain area.
Honestly, you know what? Why I believe that, I don't know if it has to do with TR3Bs or triangles or whatever. But remember when I was in New York, I used to film out that window.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Okay.
I was telling them don't put the video I put down here up.
Okay. Oh, okay. And so I used to always face it this specific way. And I don't know if Anthony, if you remember, I used to tell you, I got to look into something because it looks like there's some kind of portal or there's something because this green area, like a aurora
with the sky, yeah.
It would pop up. And at first I thought it was the camera effect or something with pixels. But as I go through videos, it would shift. It wouldn't like stay like that. It was part of the screen or the camera. And then it would fade out. And this would happen over and over again in that same area. And what freaked me out is when I used the Canon, my camcorder, it showed up there. So that's what told me there's no way it's a coincidence that both cameras have a mess up like that. And it's this light green. And I don't know. And I also caught a meteor. It looked like a meteor that shot, but it just came out and it disappeared in that little area, went gone.
Strange.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think
there are definitely things out there, Ron, that we just don't have the answers for, that we cannot explain, man. And being that we were talking about Air Force One, you've all heard that Joe Biden is running again, unfortunately, right? But
Yes.
You saw what they installed on Air Force One for him now, guys?
No.
Let me show everybody.
What, an escalator?
Yep, that's Chair Force One now, and that's how you don't fall down and hurt himself. He's getting old. So now we got Chair Force One. Is that not great?
I'm surprised they didn't do that already.
I saw some video on TikTok of somebody made where Putin was holding up Joe Biden to put him on the elevator. He was breathing hard. Like, God damn.
Dude, not for nothing though. That guy's falling up those stairs a bunch
Oh
of
my
times.
God. Don't get me started. But I forget who we were talking to, Ron. It was Robert Earl White, I believe, that said the Earth's magnetic ley lines. He believed that these craft use the Earth's magnetic ley lines like we use our highway system. So he was in the belief that, when UFOs come here, that's how they travel, by the Earth's magnetic ley lines. And it's not too far off, because pigeons and birds home in on it as well and use that for flight travel.
What I was just going to say, because if I told you when I was young, that's what we used to do. We used to fly. We had like about 1,400 pigeons, and we had a good flock of homing pigeons. And those things, when we would take them out, and I'm talking about deep in Jersey, I would say, let's just say even 100 miles out, they've never been to this area before. They just circle a few times. It's like they're getting their bearings on that magnetic field, and then they just go in a beeline. Yep. Now, how is that possible without something from the earth or whatever? It's because they'd never been there before. They were born in our coop.
The strangest thing.
And we took them 100 miles out, and they made a beeline home.
It's the strangest thing, man.
Yeah, let me shut this door. Hold on.
And I also found out, Eric, I couldn't believe it. They're doing a sequel now to the movie. Remember the movie Poltergeist?
Well, there's been 2 sequels to it.
Yeah, but now they're doing a sequel with Joe Biden in it, and it just works absolutely perfect. Hey, I got a sneak peek for everybody.
Uh-oh.
Hi. Are you lost, sweetheart? Are you afraid, honey? Well, why don't you come with me? All right. I'll sing you a song till your mom comes back. God is in his holy temple. Earthly fall, be silent now.
Go check out the new Poltergeist with Joe Biden starring in it.
I really don't want a freaking another Joe Biden and Trump campaign again. That's
I have nothing against anybody's politics or their beliefs. I'm just kidding around, having a little fun.
I know, but God, it's just, we need new blood. I'm not saying age should mean anything, but somebody who's more in touch with the world.
Right.
And I'm not saying because he's in his 70s, he's out of touch, but in some ways I am saying that. It's just,
he's going to be, he's already the oldest president. He'll be, if he does another 4 years, I think he'll be 86. That's just, a little too out of touch for times, I'd say. But aside from the politics, I apologize. We got down that road. We're just having a little fun.
Just so you know, for some reason, what I'll do is I'll get this thing working, the AI, because this is that new computer system I have, and I reinstalled the program, and the AI plugins are in there. But when I go to, I was showing you that time, Anthony, when I share my screen, when I go to the plugin, it doesn't show the plugin option, but they're installed. So I have to figure that out. So instead of trying, what I'll do is I'll get that for you, and then I'll just get it back. I was going to try to do it in time, but it's just not cooperating right now.
That's strange. It's not showing it to you?
Yeah, like when you go to, it's called in the program, when you go to plugins, underneath there shows you all the things you can do, and then it has AI paintings like that.
Right.
It's not present. AI painting is not present. I don't know why it's not doing that, and they're installed.
Wow.
So I don't know. You know how they do? They always provide.
Sometimes when you update the computer, they have the system updated, and then you get like a new format for it.
That's what they did. Yeah. That's what they did, but I don't know where the hell it is. That's what I've been looking for. I'm trying to listen here, and then I'm looking for it. I can't find it. So I'll have to do a search.
Here goes a new clip. This is 3 hunters. They're actually filming with their scope gun camera. So they got a camera built into the scope, one guy. And they filmed, it's a little blurry, a little grainy, but we got the footage. They filmed a UFO while they're out hunting. This is for real. I had it up on my channel the other day. I don't know if this particular clip has the volume on or not, but we'll share it. This ain't the greatest piece, but All right, so there's no volume on this one. So there's a few hunters out there, and the one hunter happens to spot this cube-shaped object out in the distance. So it'll start off a little grainy out there, but then they'll really zoom in on this object, and you can definitely tell it's a cube shape, whatever the hell it is. And then after I had this in my inbox, another person emailed me. They're actually doing a documentary that's being made right now about this exact incident. He actually interviewed all these hunters. So they're going to be in with clearer footage than this on that documentary. So the minute my buddy drops the documentary, he'll share it with us so we can all see it. But there it is again. This is coming from a gun scope camera, so not the best. But another guy had got some digital images of it, and that'll be in the documentary. Pretty weird, though. Have you guys heard anything about this?
No, it looks like a light pole. Want to pull out in the street? It's one of those light squares.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. They're about 5.5 miles in.
Yeah.
And there's no poles there. They're really out on one of those high-end expeditions where you can go hunt for like exotic animals or whatever. And they filmed this in the middle of the woods. That's pretty freaky.
You don't think maybe that's another hunter using, I hate to say it, one of those drones? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know any cube-shaped drones.
What it almost looks like, I actually have a small one. I have a small one that I made. It looks like a lantern. See that right there?
Lantern on the
like the ones, and I forgot what they're called, but they're like the square ones because I made one with the little circuit board and everything. It was a little do-it-yourself project, and that's what it looks like. But
I agree.
Now
they're saying, I know it's hard to see, but they're saying it was about 150 to 200 feet above the treetops. Then again, I don't know how high these trees are. Rough guesstimate at a minimum, I'm going to say anywhere between 50 to 100 feet minimum. So I know it looks like a lantern, but I don't know. I guess in the documentary we'll get more. I was happy to get this much. Pretty odd though, whatever the hell it is. I'm trying to focus on like a still. There we go. There's one. Let me see. Every image is different. See, like look at that one.
Yeah, it's like it's spinning or something.
And you could see like the black outline around it, right? Or is that just my eyes?
No, I see it. Yeah.
I wonder if they heard anything.
No sound.
I'm just asking myself, is that enough to do a documentary on? So I wonder if they heard.
And this was if anybody wants to look, this was in Coos Bay, Oregon.
Oh,
April 5th, 2023.
You guys know how Anthony and Ron, they're from the East Coast? Because everybody on the East Coast, they call it Oregon. Everybody knows on the West Coast, you call it Oregon.
Oregon?
Yeah, it's called Oregon on the West Coast. That's Oregon. People will tell you it's Oregon, not Oregon. I don't know. It's just nothing. Actually, Coos Bay, I was almost 10 years ago. I almost took a cable job out in Coos Bay. It's a very beautiful, beautiful area where families and a lot of people live, and on the beach side, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks like a beautiful. And then somebody sent in this one. So you got an orb of light in the sky, and it appears like another one drops down from it. Thought this was odd too, but I know there's another one up in the sky, but the more I watched this one, I said this could be a drone just coming back down to land nice and smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, look how low that is, Ron and Eric. Right? Wouldn't you think that would be a drone just going back to land on the property it came from?
That's what I mean. Yeah, because that's not a flare. The flares don't drop that fast.
The only thing I can't wrap my head around, see the other one up there? That never came down. It just stood stationary up there in the clouds. But then again, you were watching a video that's 20 somewhat seconds long. These drones can stay up in the air, anywhere, 7 to 10 minutes on a full charge. And today everybody's looking to get cool UFO video and get 1 million views. We all know how that goes, right? So
that's what makes it hard.
That's what I hate about all this shit. You never know what's what anymore unless you film it yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah, because when they put these videos out, they give you like minimal information, if anything at all.
Right.
It's just somebody going, "What is that?"
Yeah.
But there's nothing. You can't like what time, where it was, anything.
Here's the deal. If you're going to send any footage into Ron, Erica, we'll take anything as long as it's real. But if you're filming it yourself, film from start to finish so you can, to that object's completely out of your line of sight and then some. Wait. Doesn't matter if the video is 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour. You know, we'd like to see it all. And then I got one more.
And take note of the time if you can and the
Time,
day, like
date,
that.
the
That would be
weather,
helpful.
conditions, all of that stuff. Here's one more. This starts off as, now the orbs are purple because the person's using a psionics camera. They're over the ocean, but after a while, the 2 turn into 3. And this was alleged to be about 1.5 miles plus out over the ocean.
Oh, is this the one? This is the one over in Mexico, right?
Yes.
What is 2 more?
Keep watching.
I know, I seen it. Bro, it's 2 together.
There's 2 together, yeah.
They're flashing. That's
incredible.
They're on vacation in Mexico, these guys.
There's actually like 30 of them, though. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there. I can see them in my camera. That I don't think.
Max, stop. Come on.
Now watch on the left side, a third's going to just appear out of nowhere. There it is right there.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, you can
Holy shit, what the fuck are those?
Yeah, then you can get the video and watch on your phone and download it. Send it to you.
It's pretty wild, not for nothing, man. I know if the 3 of us were out there witnessing that, we would be awe-inspired trying to figure it out.
Well, definitely try to drive over there where it's supposedly over the land.
I'd be like,
Or zoom in or something.
Ron, go steal us a boat. I'll be circling it with the laser pointer trying to make
that's right. It's over the ocean.
Ron,
You'll
go
see,
get,
I'll have a
go
guy
get that
tied up in
canoe.
the back.
Ron's got this poor guy tied up in the canoe. He's duct taped.
Oh, there's
We're not going to hurt you.
Maybe they're just airplanes. Maybe they are UFOs.
Long time they're there, whatever they are. Pretty cool piece, though, no?
No, it's great. I can't guess what it is. Why would it be a drone in the middle of the ocean? You know, I mean, that's too far, I would think. For
Way
a drone
out
to
there,
be,
man.
right?
Way out there.
I mean, I don't know how far a drone frequency can reach now. I mean, I don't know, but.
Well, they can mod them.
Never mind that. Why would you want to take a chance sending a $1,500, $5,000 drone, 3 of them, out 1.5 miles, 2 miles out into the ocean? For what purpose? You know?
Hopefully people film it, maybe. Fame, I don't know. I mean, it's.
Could be, Lara. Lara said could be optical illusion of boats on the water. It could be, because I've seen some strange optical illusions living here on the beach. Sometime when it's really hot and hazy, it literally, the boats, when they're out in the distance, the barges, it literally looks like it could be floating in the clouds, but it's just heat inversion giving you that optical illusion. But great point, Lara.
And perception is just does a job on the mind. Like if the angles and everything, it just, you know.
Agreed. But bottom line, there are just amazing things out there in the world. And Ron, you didn't get to see this yet. This reminds me so much of your TR3B that you filmed. Check this out. Now, I know most of the people in the audience already seen this, but this comes in from my friend Joey, the UFO magnet. Ron, it comes down on the same trajectory as yours and everything.
Wow.
So that just like
Wow.
the minute I seen this, I'm like, that's just like Ron's.
And look at all the activity in the sky. This it looks like the
I
satellites and
think
all
those
that
are
too.
satellites swimming around in the background that we see, but this is the same exact shape as yours, Ron. And check this out, Ron. It goes behind the bright red star. Behind it. Watch.
Wow, what the?
It's behind it. Now, I was thinking, Andy and I were chatting, and we said, could that be the psionics, which this guy's using? I don't know which version, but he's definitely using the psionics.
Space birds.
It pulls the surrounding light. It pulls the surrounding light out to make the optics work on the night vision. Could it be pulling out the brightest stars? Because you see the red star and the blue star in the frame there. They're
Yeah.
the brightest ones. And I was wishing that this craft was just a little closer to that blue one there to see if it looked like it was behind it too. I don't know if it's just pulling out the light closer to the camera, but it definitely gives the appearance that it's behind it. But very cool.
Yeah, because when it does that, it gave the illusion of like the FAA lights.
The
But
flicker.
it's not a light.
It's
Because
the
at first,
star.
that's what I was gonna say, but then you did that just now and played it, and that's what made it look like a flash.
And you know what, Ron? I know that you love to enhance things and slow them down. I did that for you. I have it here slowed down, and I changed the color aperture for everybody, so we can run this a little slower and under a different green night vision filter. So we're about 4 times negative magnification on the slow end. So there it goes. Boom, right behind the star. Now, can you
Wow.
explain that? I mean, that looks like it's really behind the star.
No, that's interesting. What the hell? Because here's the thing, though. What's puzzling me about that is, you see, stars are light years away.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
If
So,
this was near a star, it would have to be the size of a friggin' planet.
but that's the thing. The only thing that it could pass behind is another planet's moon or a planet. A star, I doubt. If that passed behind a star that was light years away, that thing would have to be the size of 18 trillion suns.
Yeah, it would have to be massive. It would be another planet, basically. But I think it's an optical illusion from the light. I think it's drawing out the brightest color to enhance the surrounding image. And
Yeah.
I see that on my camera from time
Yeah,
to
it's
time.
like something. That's what I think. Yeah, but that's crazy because it does look like the same exact shape.
Yep. Oh, this is going to be Wednesday's show.
Yeah. So what's going on with the Guardians of the Matrix? Is it
So
like
basically, with I titled it the Guardians of the Matrix, the Guardians of the Other Realm. So basically, when you have a UFO abduction, these are the ones that come and abduct you and bring you back home. I'm calling them the Guardians of the Matrix. They come take you, they abduct you out of your dreams or out of a physical location, and we're going to discuss, different alien races that come and abduct you in your dream state, in your actual state, and we'll go into the whole how it happens, the whole process. Because Ron and I had the privilege to really get in depth with questions about abduction with Daryl Sims. And now Ron and I have educated ourselves really pretty good. We asked a lot of questions we wanted answers to, and now we can share that with you. So tomorrow, 12 o'clock in the afternoon on Witness Wednesday, my channel, Unidentified S4, come hang out. It's going to be a great show.
of course, everybody, if you see on my time, West Coast, it's 9 a.m. So if you're on the West Coast, 9 a.m.
Oh, and we just hit 9,500 plus subscribers. So thank you everybody for that. We're on our way to 10K. We're doing great. So thank you everyone that's subscribing to the channel and coming to hang out. We really appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So again, like I said, everybody in the chat, I'm gonna be winding down now. Just letting you guys know, I'm not gonna be putting up any breaking news and stuff this week, just because I'm gonna be finishing up not just the cartoon that's going to premiere on Sunday. I'm trying to get all 8 together and trying to see if I get that to premiere Friday night to give people to remember the first season.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to be doing breaking news and stuff, because I want to concentrate on
Are you
getting
going
those
to edit them
together.
all together so they all bleed one into the other, or how you
Yeah.
going to do it? Oh, cool.
Yeah, because that's where I have all those extra scenes created for. So it'll just transition over. That's where I was telling Tex that I need a line from him because he's part of an extra scene. So it'll look smooth, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Like 1 through 8 smoothly.
Looking forward to that.
By the way, tomorrow is I think I'm gonna put a video up like a premiere, but if you guys are available next week for Space Talk, that's gonna be a special one because there's gonna be a lot of information in that with certain discoveries with Jim and Jared.
I can't wait to see that.
And there's other breaking news that I'm gonna have to put you up on. That's pretty freaking awesome. So
Did Jim find my gold effigy I told him to bring me back?
Honestly, we were on the phone last. He kept me on the phone till like 1 a.m. like that but I didn't ask him that, but I will. But he pretty amazing stuff.
I bet.
Pretty cool stuff. And the stuff that he's sending me, we'll put it together, and it's going to be a lot of good stuff. So if you guys are,
for those of you that aren't aware, Jim Goodall and his team, they're over in Belize on like 700,000. Is it 700,000 acres? Or 7,000?
7,000. Oh, a little over 7,000 acres.
They're on a 7,000 acre piece of property with ancient Mayan pyramids that haven't been searched. They're like basically undiscovered, and they also have dive teams going under the water because there's pyramids under the water, there's pyramids under the ground. They're searching with LiDAR. I mean, there's a whole expedition out there, and Ron from Cosmic Neighbors has first class access to all of this because Jim Goodall is Ron's co-host for their Space Talk on Wednesdays. So that's going to be a great episode next week. You're not going to want to miss that. Believe me, the footage is breathtaking. That's coming back from Belize.
And freshly off of research, fresh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I could tell you this from what he gave me, because he didn't even want to give it all yet. But it's some pyramids outside of that 7,000 acres, dealing with the local township people, brought them to places that only one university from Mexico has visited, nobody else. And it's pyramids, a lot of them. I'm talking about that. It could have a population of 6 million Mayans. Wow. It's going to be pretty cool. I was like, what?
I can't even, I know they're not allowed to dig yet, right? Because that's all, you can't disturb historical ground.
That's going to be part of it. I got.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, shit. All right.
That's
they
awesome.
Got some special access. We'll put it that way.
This is getting good.
Yep.
With that, we'll end this, and we'll see everybody tomorrow on Anthony's channel.
Yes.
See everybody later.